Why you need to make that instant jalebi using all kinds of stuff like hydro powder, baking soda, when you can easily make a crispy juicy jalebi with perfect measurement and little patience. So let's get started. In a bowl, after adding 1 cup of maida all purpose flour, we added 1 tablespoon of curd. To this exactly add half cup of water, but don't add it all of it at once, and the water should be hot. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe, hitting the bell icon to get notified about upcoming videos every week. Using a spoon or a whisk, make a smooth batter. There shouldn't be any lumps in it. When you arrive at this type of consistency, don't get tempted to add more water to it, because eventually after stirring and stirring you will get something like this, and you can see when we drop the batter from a height, it drops like a ribbon. And this is the perfect consistency that we are looking for to make our jalebis. That's the reason why we don't add all of the water at once, because your half cup and my half cup may differ a little bit. And here in this recipe, making a perfect batter is very important. Now we will let this to ferment for 12 to 14 hours. After 14 hours of fermentation, we will start preparing the sugar syrup for our jalebis. For that, we have taken a small vessel. Don't take a wide vessel, so that your jalebis get properly dipped in the sugar syrup. In this, we will melt 1.5 cup of sugar with 3/4 cup of water over a low heat. After sugar melts, let it boil for a minute over a medium heat, and then you can put it off. Here we are not looking for any string or thread like consistency of the sugar syrup, just the sugar syrup should be sticky. This you can check by taking a drop from the back of your ladle between your finger and your thumb after a few seconds of taking out the ladle from the sugar syrup. Or you will get something like half string, that means it is about to form a string or thread, but it's not forming. We added 1/4 teaspoon of saffron, that is orange food color, and add 1/4 teaspoon of green cardamom powder. To make the jalebis perfectly absorb the sugar syrup, the consistency of sugar syrup is very important. Now we have added a teaspoon of lemon juice in this to stop crystallization of the sugar in the sugar syrup. Mix and our sugar syrup is ready. For frying jalebis, we have taken here ghee. You can even use oil instead of ghee. Add it to a flat bottomed kadhai or a frying pan. Moving on to the jalebi batter, let's fill this into a squeeze bottle. If you are able to see on camera, there are small bubbles on the batter. This shows that the batter is perfectly fermented. Halwais use a special kind of cloth to squeeze out the jalebis. For us at home, this will also work perfect. If you don't have a squeeze bottle, you can make a small hole in a plasticky thali or a milk bag to pipe out the jalebis. While making the jalebis, if you feel that your batter is too thin or runny, you can add a little bit of maida, refined flour in it to adjust the consistency. While piping out the jalebis, your oil or the ghee should be medium hot, and it should not be less than 1.5 inch in your frying pan. If your ghee or oil is less or it's not perfectly medium hot, your jalebis might turn out flat. After piping out jalebis, fry over low to medium heat to get crispy jalebis. Flip the jalebis to fry them on both sides, and after you see the jalebis crispy golden yellowish in color, immediately drop them in warm sugar syrup. Keep in mind that the sugar syrup should be warm but not hot. If it's hot, your jalebis will turn soggy. Don't keep in the sugar syrup more than a minute, otherwise you will lose the crispiness of the jalebi. Jalebis tend to float up, so with your spoon, press them down and within a minute, strain them out. After making jalebis 5 to 6 times, this is a perfect batch of jalebis. And I guarantee you, if you will make jalebis using this method and this measurement, you will get perfect, crispy, juicy jalebis.